This video presentation of HIMX Technologies Inc. It's a NASDAQ Global Select stock trading our ticker HIMX. You can see from a 1-year chart, HIMX just had a great 2012. I'm all the way down here under $1. Strong move, retrace, back on the climb. Broke through on Friday to make new 52-week highs, but it dropped a doji on Friday. This would be one I'd keep an eye on at this point to at least trend sideways and consolidate at this point. That doji right there says pay attention to me. There's some indecision going on in this chart. I'm going to see some nice upward trends going on, of course. As I mentioned, stocks in a strong bull mode. Very nice upward channel going on with the MACD, but there is quite a bit of separation starting to happen between the 12 and the 26, and the MACD is at a point of making a new high, so it might be ready to cool off a little bit. Positive DI turned back down on Friday. That's the slightest of hints saying that it might be losing a little bit of steam in the upward direction. MFI is all over top of 80. Now from a broader perspective, that's a great thing to see. Strong charts are trending over top of 50. When they're peaking out in strength, they're trading over top of 80. It says people are paying higher prices for the stock over the respective periods. But by being all over top of 80, that could be looked at a little bit of an overbought situation. Accumulation distribution, just a huge move. A lot of buying going on, rated by a shaking money flow with a lot of buying. Well into the green. Buying pressure is clearly outweighing selling pressure. CCI, over top of 100. Per the definition of the CCI, the buy point would have been right there on the break of 100. Now followers of that indicator will be looking for the break back down through 100. That would be a sell signal. Full stow over top of 80. Says there's a lot of momentum in the play. But again, that can be read as an overbought condition. And the tricks, it's a gauge of trend. It does show you the bullish strength of this chart right now. Holding over top of 50 on this latest retrace was a good signal that upward trend was going to continue. RSIs. Now this gets read a couple different ways. Momentum traders like to see it above 70. That's where you'll hear the term in the power zone. A lot of momentum behind the play. When it made the break with the 7 pushing through right in this area, happens to coincide with the stock breaking through a resistance point, and a nice move about 20% or so followed. Now on the other side of that coin, being above 70 is generally referred to as being overbought. I simply use that in combination with the candles, where I'm alert for any sort of immediate pullback. And for me, the breaking point is this mark of 50. If it pulls back, I want to see it hold over top of 50 to show that there's sustained momentum in the play. Now what I'd be looking for in this candle formed on Friday is for the subsequent candles that are going to start this week. If I see a candle like this that comes down, it's a red candle, stock closed down, that's considered an evening star doji. By itself, that 3-day candle pattern would be a sign of a reversal. And the next day, if I see another down day, it's confirmation of that reversal pattern. And if that happens and I look for support points, which ultimately would be down here at $2.10, and another one through these old resistance points around $2.25. But the low end would be $2.10. That was the breakout point on this last run. And in either condition, it holds the price per share over top of the 50 and 200-day moving averages, which are both trending upward. A positive sign for this chart to maintain its upward pressure, because retracements aren't the worst thing in the world. They're necessary. Charts have to take a breather every now and then. This has had a pretty nice run from down here to $1.77. Add about 70 cents a share to these latest highs. So if it pulls back, I'm not too concerned. So I see it continue to make higher lows, hold old resistance points as new support levels, let the indicators reset a little bit, and then try and push upward again and break through to new highs. Now, that's not to say that this chart can't continue with upward pressure, but when I see a candle like that at new highs, that candle represents indecision, and the safe way to play it is to pay attention for any sort of pullback and any sort of candle patterns that confirm the idea that the stock's going to slow down from this run for a while and give back a little ground. Overall, though, very bullish chart. Great uptrend. Still looks good for the long term from a technical standpoint, but those are the things I'd be looking for early this week to see where HIMX is going to go from here. But as always, merely my interpretation of the HIMX chart. Thank you for watching and trade smart.